Hey guys, it's Trish, and this is going to be your full moon in Gemini report. Okay, today is November 17th. The full moon in Gemini is happening on November 22nd at 7:39 p.m. Okay, Gemini, the moon, it represents your emotions, your needs, your comfort zone, and Gemini is that type. Gemini energy is versatile, witty, charming, lively, amusing. It's lighthearted, intelligent, and communicative. It's the sign of an active mind. They're imaginative. They have a creative personality, and their decisions are usually more logical than emotional. But Gemini is a fast learner, has a high IQ, and can be an excellent critic. Okay, they have the ability to analyze and verbalize. They're free spirits. They thrive on travel, change. Okay, they're a very independent spirit. Now, the full moon is going to be in the third house of communications, lots and lots of chatter. Communications, intellectual ability, siblings, friends, neighbors, community, grade school, middle school, short trips, cars, buses, and trains, letters, radio, and TV. Okay, so basically, the communications and the ideas are going to be coming in. Information is going to be flowing. It could be quite frantic. Okay, as everybody's wanting to talk to you, or you're needing to talk to a lot of people, or a lot of people are moving to express their ideas. Okay, it can be unnerving. Okay, with all this nervous and restless energy. Okay, because Geminis, they can't bear to be stuck in one place. They always want to keep moving. They love to travel, and you might just want to read books. Read books. I don't know. Go sit under the tree for 10 minutes, read a book, and then you'll be like, oh, I kind of want to get up and move. And I don't know. You might be walking and reading. You might be listening to audio books. You could be using a different kind of communication, like audiobooks, or you could be listening to documentaries or watching documentaries a lot. Who knows? There's so many things that could happen right now, but you've got to concentrate on matters that require closure right now. Okay. Now, the thing about this full moon being at 0 degrees, the 0 point is the placeholder. Okay, so we are hailing in. What did I call it? It's a major new cycle in intelligence. Okay, Gemini's ruling planet Mercury is in retrograde right now in Sagittarius, and it's a rising crescendo of things immediately needing your attention, and there could be misunderstandings, miscommunications. So I want to make sure to tell you guys to do your research and check your facts before you proceed or you speak. A lot of people are getting an influx of psychic downloads. They're getting information, or they're communing information. Okay. Where am I? Oh, I always get lost. But I wanted to point out that this is the first of 4 new moons. 4 moons. The next 4 full moons are going to be at 0 degree point. Okay. So this is ground zero. Okay, breaking ground as we move forward into this new into this new process, making progress and building our new layers for our true authenticity and being able to live in it. Okay, so we're going to change our thinking, or we're going to be adding to the way that we think and communicating it with joy. So these next 4 moons, all the way until April, April's full moon is going to be at 29 degrees. These degrees are absolutely critical, and they're going to be hailing in new. April's one is at 29 degrees, so that's yet another 11, right? A manifestation of something new. There's going to be huge shifts over the next few months. You guys are already feeling them. We're going through one right now as we speak. And we're getting hit with more new energy, more new shifts. It seems like every week now. I've got goosebumps. I'm getting the downloads today. I am shaking from the vibrations. I am feeling happy and joyful, and I totally feeling the Sagittarius energy. In fact, looking at my video here, looking at myself, I am glowing. And somebody said that the other day. It's just because I've been focusing on my own internal happiness, and I am at peace no matter what happens outside. Okay? You need to carefully consider how you're expressing yourself and watching your exaggeration, especially with Mercury being in communication. Okay? Check your facts, check yourself. Now, the shadow side of Gemini, the full moon being in Gemini, is you could feel disorganized, you could be inconsistent, superficial, cunning, manipulative, indecisive, or you could be feeling this restlessness, flaky, flighty. You could be frivolous, you could feel high strung, discontented, or irritable. And full moon in Gemini physically affects your allergies, your mouth, your arms, your hands, your lungs, and your nervous system. A lot of us are finding that we have to use the bathroom every 15 minutes, and boy, I'm getting tired of spending more time in the bathroom than I am in here. That's due to the full moon in Gemini. I feel transits 5 days ahead of time, but it's also through the boost of psychic activity, the energy downloads that we're getting. We are vibrating, and my bladder is vibrating. So, without due process, or without further ado, excuse me, why did I say that? All right, Aries, in the 11th house, you're going to be experiencing high mentality, passion, adventurism, and have superior leadership ability. Relaxation, comfort with your surroundings, and the warmth and glow of friendship can be the watchwords for this full moon if you're willing to disconnect from the daily grind and tap into your personal happy side for a while. Good food, good company, good stories is going to bring you a emotional fulfillment that's going to make you realize that life is all about feelings and friendship, not money or possessions. Satisfaction will come from letting things happen. Let it happen. I said that in I think my reading, and I also said to myself, how come I feel like a pervert every time I say that? Let it happen. Go with the flow, okay? Satisfaction comes from letting things happen, okay? Just for the moment, and inviting in all the blessings that surround you, despite the rigors of your day-to-day life of existence. If you want an excellent experience, it's in the wings right now. Roll it out. Take that time to put the seal on relationships that elevate and support you. Taurus, this is going to be in your 12th house. You will have quickness of mind, practicality, and be persistent. Although this full moon may at times seem to place you between dreams and hallucination, it's going to emphasize the ability to perceive and commune with your inner self in ways you previously might have been cut off from. Okay, the intensity in the air breaks internal barriers, breakthroughs, okay? And it allows you to heal these wounds now that they're coming up to the surface for purging. In your more mundane existence, things are being cooked up behind the scenes, come to fruition, although you may have taken extra precautions that they don't, unless you're fully ready to go public with them. You need to avoid confrontations right now because it will put you at a disadvantage. Use more subtle means to gain your ends, especially when the emotions are running high. Gemini, this is in your first house. Everything I said in the introduction and more. You're going to have keen intelligence. It's going to be accentuated. You have the super gift of self-expression. Okay, you might feel a little crazed for a day or so, and it might just be you. Sorry, the time is right, and the pressure's on to bring critical projects to conclusion. Put on the finishing touches, and show it off. Basically, show the world what you're all about. The emphasis is not so much on what you've done so far, but rather, who are you? And it's the right time to let your personality out of the box, because the sun doesn't give a fuck if it blinds you, right? Facebook meme, one of my favorites I posted lately. The whole set of circumstances may make you giggle a little bit. You could be a little giddy, but it's part of the surrounding picture at the full moon. And this is time to take a ride on that energy and put your mark on anything that comes from it. Cancer, this is going to be in your second house. Money and possessions, nice. Your emotional nature is sharpened. You have strong creative instincts and a talent for research. So you're going to be under a little bit more intensity than usual, okay? So wrap things up financially. Collect on those projects that have come to fruition and generally tie up those loose ends, okay? And that should mean that you can't be spending it right now. Watch your money, but also it's not going to be as necessary as you thought, okay? But it's kind of hard to do on the full moon because things are a little crazy and your judgment, your financial judgment isn't always on the mark, okay? So put your focus on the last payment, the last thing needed, the final accessory, okay? Because the appropriate approach is to round out what you have done already so far. Completion, complete it, okay? Don't get one more step for this, one more step for this. You have one or two more steps, so finish that first before you move on to something else, okay? Put on the final touches and then showcase it. It's time to show off what you got and make the most of it. Don't keep piling it on. You should concentrate on the reaping of rewards at this time. Leo, this is in your third house. You're going to have high mentality, passion, and feeling adventurous, okay? Superior leadership ability. There's going to be a lot of communication, okay? And everybody's trying to get in touch with you, or you're going to have a lot of messages that you're going to have to send out. You're going to be getting that rising crescendo, okay? Full moon is like that, and it can be especially wordy for you, especially as you try to finish up some correspondence and communications, tying up loose ends, and it's really going to amount to something, okay? So you could be squeezing in a lot of things at the last minute. So try not to overschedule yourself in advance. Leave a little bit of room for last minute things that could come in and need to be addressed now. Concentrate on the matters that require conclusion and closure, okay? Save your new ideas for later when you can devote proper attention and energy to them. Virgo, this is going to be in your fourth house. Quickness of mind, practicality, and persistence. You could find that you use a little more space at home. You need space, okay? So just take it. There's a lot of activity going on in the brain right now, and you could be feeling kind of claustrophobic, okay? You can get on each other's nerves, or you can use it as an opportunity to connect more by opening the personal space and being vulnerable and letting somebody in, okay? Or you could just get out of the house and take a break from it all. Whatever you choose, you will find yourself with matters coming to a head, and you're going to be making conclusions about just how well your internal game plan is working out. Good fences make good neighbors, but only when strategically located. Time to finish yours and test it. Libra, this is going to be in your fifth house. You have keen intelligence, a super gift of self-expression. Okay, my eyes just went to the word party, okay? Fifth house is about having a good time. Spontaneity is the watchword right now, and it's time to kick back and have some fun, especially with close friends and children. Perfect for Thanksgiving, right? That's when this is happening. I'm sorry, I didn't even mention that the full moon in Gemini happens on Thanksgiving here in Hawaii. Yay, we'll all be giving thanks. Okay, so if you're at a party and you go just a little bit over the top, shoot, everyone else will be too. Have fun. It's a time to celebrate. There's passion and intensity on any topic you choose, and it can run rampant as people want to join in the conversation and express themselves enthusiastically. If you're trying to get something done, you're going to be swimming against the tide. Forget it. If you have that option, just go with the flow, okay? And if you're working on something creative, make sure you preserve it. Print it out, send a copy to the cloud, take a picture of it, whatever you got to do. Preserve it for posterity. And if you're just going to be out to lunch, just enjoy yourself. What the hell? Scorpio, this is going to be in your sixth house. Your emotional nature is sharpened. You have strong creative instincts and a talent for research. You already have that naturally, but it's going to be boosted, of course, being in the house of Gemini. If you are finally achieving something from your diet or exercise regimen, ask yourself, why not? This is the time when you should be really getting things together, and it should be starting to pay off. However, avoid excesses and going over the top right now. You may feel that you can do more and maybe eat more than you really should, okay? You could overdo it. At work, you may feel a little overwhelmed as the tasks start piling up and you're on limited time, okay? You got deadlines that you got to take care of, but once you put on the finishing touches, you're going to be able to stand back and take pride in yourself for what you've accomplished. Awesome. It's also a good time for an office party, if you can make up a good excuse for one. But if you're the boss, make one anyways. Who cares? It's Thanksgiving. In general, celebrate everything that you've accomplished so far. Sagittarius, this is going to be in your 7th house, okay? High mentality, passion, adventurism, and superior leadership ability, like the rest of the fire signs. But for you, this is a wonderful time to let your partner shine and just lay back and appreciate who they really are. Okay, this can mean enjoying the fruits of your mutual labors wrought by the relationship, or it can mean finally fully connecting with that someone you've been developing something special with for a while. Beautiful. In either case, the rewards of closely connecting will be of the utmost importance and take center stage. And you can lean on the familiarity you already have to support what's coming next. This can apply equally well in business as in romance, as long as you're dealing with an equal on equal ground, okay? The essence is that you bring things to full bloom right now so that you can begin harvesting everything that you've sown. Capricorn, this is in your 8th house. You have quickness of mind, practicality, and persistence. If you've been chasing down some money or looking for a better deal on some kind of loan, this is the time to pull all that together, as long as you've got all your ducks in a row. You could be scrambling for some last minute details or information to make a deadline, but there's a real potential here, okay? It's also good psychic weather for putting the finishing touches on some restoration projects, bringing things back to life, picking up that antique you've been looking for, and clearing out some cobwebs that have been settling on some lesser used items. Okay, you will have the courage to toss out those useless things unless you're a hoarder. Okay, so get rid of them. Okay, the burst of freedom you're going to get from it is going to do you some good. Okay, so what you're doing, your theme for this full moon, is to finish clearing the decks and get ready for some action. Aquarius, this is in your 9th house. You have keen intelligence, a super gift of self-expression. All the air signs will. You're going to think big. You're going to stretch the imagination and push the envelope of your beliefs, pushing your boundaries, okay? And your feelings. This full moon is going to open your eyes to so much more potential. The energy is in the air to expand your window on the world and the universe. Wow, I'm getting goosebumps as I say that, especially where it's been an ongoing operation in the works. The heady feeling of suddenly putting it all together, the puzzle pieces are fitting, you can see the light at the end of the tunnel. You have hope, okay? You're gonna be wondering, what do I do with all this information now? Okay, don't worry about it. It's gonna take care of itself. You will have the opportunity to use what you've recently discovered. Okay, look for some good news on the legal front. Things are gonna wrap up and come to a conclusion, but don't count your chickens. Don't hold your breath. You can overestimate right now, so focus on it, but don't attach yourself to that outcome, okay? Main issues can get resolved now because all parties are willing to go that extra mile to agree in principle, if not on the details. Beautiful. Pisces, this is going to be in your 10th house. Of your emotional nature is sharpened. You have strong creative instincts and a talent for research, just like the rest of the water signs. This could be the perfect time to button down career matters that have been under development for a while. Although it the pace has accelerated and you still have things last minute rushing in, you can have a fuller picture of just where you stand in terms of your work, your profession, your job, what you want to do in terms of your finances, and what people truly think of you. Okay, this is a time for releasing that shotgun blast of self-promotion. Okay, whatever it is you do, as public relations has extra carrying power from this full moon, the buzz about you comes in a rising crescendo. I love that phrase. That peaks now. So start figuring out ways to take it to the bank. Although you could be tempted to squirrel yourself away at home, don't do it. But take time out during these few days to wave your own flag, okay? Take time to ground, have fun, and promote yourself. And we have assisting transits. This full moon in Gemini at 0 degrees is opposite of the Sun and Jupiter in Sagittarius, okay? So this could bring inner conflicts, okay? Oversensitivity, contrary actions where somebody's acting against how they're feeling, or they're saying, how come I'm acting like this? It's not how I truly feel. Why did I do that? You could have weak financial judgment. Hey, yeah, let's buy that $500 thing now. You know what? Christmas is coming. Wait another 2 weeks. If you wait another 2 weeks, that $500 thing is going to be $300. Okay? Use your common sense. And if you don't have common sense right now, ask somebody that you trust, because your financial judgments could be weak. And I think it made it clear in Cancer, you're going to especially have issues with that. And Libra is already self-indulgent. So Libra, watch the spending also. You could also feel some measure of laziness, okay? Physical or mental. You may be dragging your feet. And that could cause difficulties in accomplishing goals. But at the full moon, you got to get your ass moving, okay? I don't know what else to tell you. Get up and go. Do, buzz, 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 okay? So, guys, that's your full moon report in Gemini. And that's happening on Thanksgiving, guys. So good luck and have a happy Thanksgiving. Love you.